At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Alicia Melton, who was scheduled to be our commencement speaker this year. And since she was unable to travel to us, she decided to send a video with some words for our graduates. An alumna of Houghton High School and Howard University, Alicia Melton is a producer, director, and media consultant with over a decade of experience in the documentary and reality television worlds. She has produced programming for major networks including PBS, Smithsonian Channel, National Geographic, Lifetime, TLC, MTV, Investigation Discovery, and Oxygen. Early in her career, Melton worked on several award-winning documentary films, including The Pact and Prince Among Slaves. Both films aired nationally on PBS and earned Best Documentary honors at the Boston International Film Festival and American Black Film Festival, respectively. Connecting a longtime enthusiasm for sports with her film acumen, Melton helped create an in-house training video addressing responsible financial planning for new players in partnership with the National Football League Players Association. With a passion for visual storytelling, Melton continues to produce, direct, and write in the true life, aka reality, genre. Her shows, such as Murder for Hire, created by Dick Wolf, and The Seven Little Johnsons, have aired on NBC's Oxygen and TLC. In an effort to share people's unique stories with a wider audience, Melton has traveled from coast to coast, interviewing and connecting with people from all backgrounds. In 2017, she co-executive produced the short documentary, The Cajun Army, How a Community Fought the Louisiana Floods, with Stateless Media and the Guardian newspaper about the 2016 historical flooding in Louisiana. Melton has lived and worked in New York City, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. And although she currently resides in Los Angeles, Melton was born and raised right here in the beautiful Upper Peninsula of Michigan, graduating from Houghton in 2000, and she will always call the UP her home.
Hello, Houghton High School, class of 2020. First and foremost, I want to tell you congratulations all the way from Los Angeles, California. Your class, the class of 2020, has persevered through algebra, chemistry, history, art, woodworking, copper bowls, wingdings, even epic winters, just to get to this point. And each of you has persevered through your own personal struggles with the help of your family, your friends, your teachers, and your coaches. I would have loved to be able to congratulate you in person, to shake your hands as you walk across the stage. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances, we're not able to do that this time. But everyone's being very innovative and thoughtful about how we can still celebrate your milestone, and I truly appreciate that. So thank you to Superintendent Doreen Kramer and High School Principal Cole Klein for making this even possible for all of us from near and far. Graduation marks the moment in your life where you move forward. So whether you physically walk across that stage or move your tassel from one side of your hat to the other, I'm pretty sure this celebration looks different than what you envisioned at the start of your senior year. Your next steps of starting college or joining the military or starting your new job might seem a little uncertain. Right now, all of our steps forward, including mine, are a little bit rocky, a little bit unsteady. In television and film, we have a name for the unexpected, for the unanticipated, for the out-of-the-blue moments. We call it a plot twist. By definition, it's a literary technique that introduces a radical change in the direction or the expected outcome of a plot in a work of fiction. Usually, the main character has to overcome some great obstacle or challenge. We're all in the middle of a huge plot twist. Over the last 20 years, I've had many different unexpected twists and turns. There will always be unexpected twists and unexpected challenges about stepping into your future. But how do you take that next step? I want to give you a few tips that I think can help you along the way. Number one, you've probably heard it before, but set goals. It's true, it really does help. When I left Houghton 20 years ago and went to college in Washington, D.C., I attended Howard University. I really wanted to work in television. I didn't know how to make television. I didn't know anyone that worked in television, but I knew that I wanted to find out how to make it. Whether you're going to school or whether you're starting a new job or whatever your goal is, try to find a way to prepare for that, whether it is taking classes or actually going out and getting that experience or speaking with somebody that is doing exactly what you want to be doing. Tip 2, practice managing those goals by managing your time. I still made time to hang out with my friends, go to sporting events and social events, but I had to make that conscious effort to carve out that space of time where I could focus on my goal. And I suggest you try the same for anything that you're going to approach. So tip number 3, face your fears. In college, I was walking to the gym and I was passing the outdoor track and the track team was practicing. They were really fast and I was pretty intimidated. I didn't even think I could compete with them, let alone run alongside them. I think the coach saw me watching though. So after practice, the coach said I could try out for the cross-country team. I went home that night to my dorm room and I thought about it and I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go. What if they don't keep me? What if I'm not fast enough? This is gonna be so embarrassing. I don't really need to run anyway. I was terrified. But I'm really glad I did go to that practice because she gave me a shot. She said, if you come to practice every day and you keep working at it, I'll let you run with the cross-country team. I definitely was not the fastest person. The other teammates encouraged me. They encouraged me to show up every day. Some of them even ran with me. By the time I graduated from college, we'd won 2 championships, and I'd helped make that possible with our team of 5. And it was a really proud moment. Face your fears. Try conquering it. You never know how it's going to turn out, but you have to try. Your graduation from Houghton High School marks an opportunity, the opportunity to move forward, create your own path, and tell your own story, and using all of the tools you've collected thus far. I think we're all excited to see what you're going to do in the future. Once again, congratulations, Houghton High School class of 2020.
Graduates, parents, families, and friends, welcome to the virtual commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2020. Although we already held a drive-in ceremony, we also wanted to provide this video to everyone so that you could have one more way to share and experience it. First and foremost, I would like to say congratulations to our graduates. You've worked extremely hard for this moment. Remember that this diploma is something that you earned through years of focus and dedication. You should be very proud of all of your accomplishments that led you to receiving this diploma. Secondly, I would like to recognize what an incredible group of students you are. You have gone through a lot together, overcoming many challenges along your journey through school. And I'm not just talking about the challenges in the classroom or in the athletic arena that most graduating classes experience together. While those moments are very important for preparing you to handle adversity, those challenges are really just practice for what you'll face in the real life. You have now lived through the Father's Day flood tragedy of 2018. You're living through the COVID-19 pandemic right now. You're experiencing a period of unrest in our nation, witnessing division, protest, and violence fueled by frustration and fear. These are real life challenges. At a young age, you're having to overcome real adversity. This graduating class, this generation of young adults will walk away stronger, smarter, more empathetic and compassionate, and better prepared to face the challenges of the real world. At this time, it is my pleasure to now introduce our 7 valedictorians, all of whom attained a perfect 4.0 grade point average through their high school career. Yvonne Wayne, Jillian Cyrus, Kate DeRocher, Ilya Holden, Shweta Pati, Irene Raw, and Hunter Bishop. The 7 of them have worked together to come up with a message for our graduates. We'll begin by hearing from Yvonne.
Hey class of 2020, first of all, congratulations. Looking back at the last 12 years, it's crazy to see how far we've come and how much we've all changed. Remember in elementary school when Mrs. Chwartha's class put on a show about the Revolutionary War? Or in 6th grade when Miss Martela's class put on a Christmas play? I had trouble remembering my lines, even after hours of trying to memorize them. I also had a hard time keeping a straight face, especially when I had to play Santa Claus's love interest and call him dear and honey in front of an audience. Long story short, acting isn't for me. And remember how Mr. Nolan would set up a basketball hoop at the front of his room for us to throw a ball into? Well, once I completely missed and ended up throwing the ball at the wrong side of the room and hit someone in the face. Obviously, basketball isn't for me either. My point is, everyone is different. Acting and basketball aren't for me, but it is for some other people. We have some great actors and basketball players in our class, among many other talented students. I found things that I like to do, and if you haven't already, you should too. It's never too late, and there's something out there for everyone. The more you like to do something, the less it will feel like work, and the better you'll be at it. We all have our own things that we like or are good at. So you go out there, find what it is that you like to do, and stick with it. There's no right or wrong career. You do you, and don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I want to thank my amazing parents, sister, teachers, coaches, and friends for helping me find my strengths and passions, and for supporting me along the way. I'm honored to be a part of the class of 2020, and thank you all for the amazing past 4 years. Can't wait to see all the great things you guys are going to do one day. I'll pass it over to Jillian Cyrus.
Hello everyone, I am Jillian Cyrus. I've been asked to speak today about the past, but many who truly know me know I'm not one to live in the past. My family has taught me to learn from it and move forward an even better person. Though throughout high school, like many of you, I experienced bullying, mean comments, not fitting in. I won't lie, it hurt. But what I decided to do with those experiences shaped me into the person I am today. I chose to rise above. When I first came to Houghton in 6th grade, let me tell you, it was a rough ride. Building relationships, losing friends, realizing who I am despite what others say. I chose to take those difficult experiences and grow from them. In 8th grade, I decided to turn my viewpoint around. I made a goal for myself that I would be kind to everyone, despite how they treated me. By the end of the year, I felt that I had achieved this goal, and I will continue to live by that throughout the rest of my life. From this experience, I, a small, shy, introverted little girl, developed into a strong-minded, confident, and incredibly extroverted young woman. It also led me to meet a lot of new people and make many new friends. I chose to rise above, treat others with kindness. And rising above it all doesn't mean we are better than others. It means we have made the choice to be better inside out. It means we have opted for forgiveness, dropped the drama, the pity, and everything else that dwells in a lower vibe. I encourage the rest of my class, the incredibly strong class of 2020, to rise above and to continue to be the best versions of themselves. To the one teammate I can always count on to hold my blocks, to the girls who helped leave our mark literally on the ceiling in AP Bio, to the redhead that always knew how to bust a move with me at every homecoming dance, to the guy that can make me smile on a bad day just by yelling, "Yee yee," in the hallway between classes, to the girls that tried hockey skates with me for the first time, to my mother and father, who were an incredibly amazing support system for me, and to that one rando chem teacher that can somehow still hit a volleyball, I thank you for being a part of the roller coaster ride that led me to where I am today. Now I'll pass it off to my dearest locker buddy and Master Chef friend, Kate DeRocher. Thank you.
November 5th, I officially became a gremlin. I walked through the front doors of the elementary school on my first day of kindergarten with no idea what was about to come. Since then, I've had the absolute privilege of growing up alongside this class. From sitting on the rock at recess, to playing musical bumps and buying locker buddies from the school store, we've made our fair share of memories. And we've learned all sorts of different things. Some of them have been more useful than others. For instance, I've never been asked to show anyone the Charlemagne dance. But I know that I won't ever forget the 50 States song, and every time I see a copy of Huckleberry Finn, I'll be transported back to one of Mrs. Antela's parties. So as we go out into the real world and leave our days at Houghton High behind, I believe that it is incredibly important for us to remember our roots. We've been preparing for real life for the past 13 years, and we've all got immensely big and bright futures ahead of us. But that doesn't diminish the importance of everything that's brought us to this point. As we begin to forget what the G in grit stood for, or the words to the school song, I urge you to take a minute to recall one of those days when you were sitting in class, most likely half asleep, when something that one of your teachers said made you truly believe one of those cheesy cliches, that no dream was too big or that anything was possible. Now, I would like to give a few shout outs. Thank you to Miss Day for making math so much fun. Thank you to Chloe and Shweta and Tye and Davin for never failing to make me laugh. Thank you to my mom for baking endless batches of brownies, and my dad for texting me terrible dad jokes. Thank you to Anne, who gave her very own address 2 years ago. You've always been the person I've looked up to. And to Elizabeth, you've always reminded me that no matter how hard my class load was, I couldn't imagine the strain of doing just one math box. After everything that this class has endured, I want to leave you with this. There's only one person I turned to for advice in middle school, and that very wise pop star once said, "Life's what you make it. So class of 2020, let's make it rock." With that, I would like to turn the mic over to Ilya Holden.
Wow, I still remember my first day of elementary school. I got off the bus, got lost, put my backpack in a random second grade locker, had a meltdown, and was taken to the principal's office. After 15 minutes of the teachers in the school looking for my backpack, it was found and I was finally able to go to class. I wish I could say I've grown a whole lot from this incident, but sadly, there I was 10 years later on the first day of my dual enrollment class. I fell off the stairs, spilled my water, ended up sitting in a random population statistics class before I realized it wasn't calculus, and then had to pay a visit to the math department secretary. Yikes. If there is any talent I've perfected, it is my ability to get into completely ridiculous situations and take a big L. Whether it's something small like wearing my uniform backwards to a track meet, or getting a basketball to my face, or something big like rejection from colleges, or simply not being able to love myself. Failure is something I have faced a lot of. In fact, I've taken so many L's. I would like to take a quick moment to thank my amazing family, teachers, coaches, and friends for not giving up on me at my worst. In particular, I would like to thank my parents for telling me the answer to all my life's problems was drinking water. Just kidding, I love you both. Thank you all for helping me realize that for every failure I faced, if I didn't give up, there would be success later on. I know this is true because I no longer get 25% on my reading comprehension quizzes, and I'm here today. Class of 2020, simply put, we all took a big L. But you know what? We have all taken an even bigger win. We have learned to not take things for granted, make sacrifices, and our creativity has skyrocketed. And that itself is an amazing accomplishment that sets us apart. We are more than prepared to tackle the L's that come our way and bring home those exciting wins. Class of 2020, it's been an honor growing up with you, and I can't wait to see you all do great things one day. Now I will hand it over to the one and only Irene Rowe.
Class of 2020. We can officially call ourselves graduates of Houghton High School. Through what has felt like an eternity of schooling, we have finally made it to the end of the 12-year-long race we call grade school. Throughout grade school, we have been guided by teachers and parents. We have heard reminder after reminder from our parents and teachers, but this guidance was like the mile markers and supporters cheering you on through a city marathon. They didn't allow you to get lost and let you stray far from the path. But we aren't finished yet. Now we are preparing for the next leg of the race, one that requires us to grow up and face new challenges. This new race is not a city marathon. It is a long adventure in the wilderness. There are no man-made markers that will remind us of the right path or supporters that will cheer us on when we have lost the will to continue. Professors will not coddle us and employers won't ask twice. What we do and how we live will depend on our own dedication and drive. It is time to grow and live out our passions. We are free to explore the wilderness that is life. We will discover the paths to our dreams. We will connect with new people and make important decisions. We will make mistakes and learn from them. We will lead lives dedicated to our passions. With this opportunity to speak, I would also like to express my gratitude to those that have helped me throughout my education. To my family, thank you to my mom for her unconditional support and guidance, my dad for always teaching me to have respect and humility, and my sister for being the caring, funny, and protective older sister she is. To my teachers, thank you for providing me with the means to succeed. My Houghton High School community, we, the class of 2020, are ready to find our place. I'm ready to jump into this next race. With all that I have learned thus far, my path leads me to pursue my future goals through university. I challenge each and every one of us to make our paths and follow our passions, to not quit in the face of adversity, to take charge of our futures. It is our time. Thank you. To conclude our speech, I will now pass it on to Hunter.
Hello, Houghton High Class of 2020. I'm valedictorian speaker Hunter Bishop. Before I begin my speech, there are a few thank yous I'd like to get to first. Thank you to my parents and my sister for always being there for me. To my grandpa for teaching me what I needed to know, and my grandma for always cheering on my pursuits in life, including typing. Thank you to my uncle and his family. You're the reason I love Star Wars as much as I do. And to everybody in this school, the students, the staff, and the teachers, thank you. This was a pretty neat place to be for the last 12 years. In all the free time I've had to mull over my experience at Houghton, I've come to think of the last 12 years as a very long sitcom. Each year has brought a new cast of characters, some new drama, and, hopefully, a little bit of character development. When the last day of school rolls around, it's the season finale, and within 3 months we're back with a new episode. We've been renewed like this 11 times. That's more than Friends. But now that changes. People are always worried when a show that they love gets altered fundamentally. Michael leaving The Office, David Tennant saying goodbye to Doctor Who, Derek Shepherd getting hit by a bus in Grey's Anatomy. And if I look at my time in school as a show, then what's going to happen when we all leave? After 12 seasons, where do I go from here? Do I make a movie, like The Simpsons? Do I fall into a pit of useless character development, like Game of Thrones? Or do I make a new show? A spin-off. One with new set pieces, new characters, and new plots. As cheesy as it is, it's exciting to think about what's ahead in this way. We're all getting a seat in the director's chair. Shoot the pilot. Write some good episodes. Write some bad ones. And when you come out on the other side, you'd better be holding an Emmy and a special edition box set for everything you've done. Thank you, Houghton High Class of 2020.
Good evening. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Delaney Hird. I know you're probably stressed and maybe a little crabby that you have to be listening to me over the radio, but for now I want you to let that all go. Tonight I would like to start by thanking our parents, teachers, families, and all the others who have helped us through our journey. I know this is not how we wanted to end one of our best years of high school, but as the class of 2020, I think we can all agree that we worked through tough times better than anyone. Throughout all the hardships we've faced, we've always come out on top. We are all destined to do great things. It doesn't matter whether you walk across the stage in front of hundreds of people or whether you receive your diploma on the curbside. For the first time in our lives, we will be able to entirely choose our path in life. We can make our own choices now, and we can live the lives we were always destined to live. Very soon we will be leaving what we have known for years, and all the memories we have made we will cherish forever. Throughout all the struggles we faced, remember, what we make of our lives is what matters most. Some silly piece of paper telling us we completed high school doesn't define us. It's the memories and the people surrounding us that do. Never let go of the ones who love you the most. Realize your worth in this world and embrace it. Remember the people who got you here, your family, friends, even those favorite teachers. Thank them when you get the chance, because after the dust settles, those will be the people who left an impact on your life to make you who you are. You are the best class I could have asked for, and I hope each and every one of you get what you want out of life. And with that, I want to say congratulations, class of 2020. Be the best you can be and chase your dreams.
This concludes our commencement ceremony. On behalf of the Board of Education, fellow administrators, and the entire faculty and staff here at Houghton Portage Township Schools, I would once again like to thank everyone for their support and help in honoring our graduating class this year. Parents, thank you for all of the support and guidance that you gave your graduate throughout the years. Your role was essential in their success that brought them to this moment of graduation. Teachers and staff at Houghton Schools, thank you for your hard work and dedication to educating our students. Houghton Portage Township Schools is a very special school district, and I am forever grateful to have the privilege and the opportunity to be a part of this educational community. Thank you.